Highway Patrol.
Roll down the windows, put your hands out the window, now.
The Highway Patrol chases drag racing teenagers, racing in city streets.
Someone was racing and they lost control of their vehicle and crashed.
A car thief on the run crosses paths with the Highway Patrol.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car now!
We got a citizen's report of a fight down here between two males and a female.
To settle a score, a jealous husband uses his car as a weapon.
As we have seen, drag racing is not a lost art on the streets of our major cities. But when four Richard Petty wannabes get caught practicing under the watchful eyes of the Highway Patrol, there's more waiting at the end of the road than a checkered flag.
This is a highly industrial area, and like I said, people come down here and they come race their cars because that's the thing to do these days.
117, 1126, X-ray.
They think it's safe, but people do work here at night, and it can be real dangerous. We've had a couple fatalities down here. We're gonna stop this guy because he's got no fucking headlights. Oh, he might run. He's gonna run.
Yeah, he's gone.
Caught.
Wait a minute, we didn't go over here first. Well, we got a vehicle that looks like it might start to evade from them.
Reyes and Susanna.
Oh, it's going to be on Reyes from Susanna. It's going to be a Honda, silver in color.
On the silver Honda, repeat to 1020.
Reyes from Susanna. We're at 70 plus surface streets.
Brad from Susanna, I'd be about a clearance, so I see you copy.
We're now on Reyes, LA.
It's from Susanna. Last unit route identified.
LA, we're making a stop now.
Roll down the windows, put your hands out the window, now. Parties the back seat, both hands out the window.
Don't even do it. Driver, reach down with your left hand and open that door. The rest of you keep your hands out the door. Open the door. Now step out. Driver, come back to me. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up, turn around. Keep turning until I tell you to stop. Stop. Get down on your knees. Put your hands on the ground. Now walk your hands out forward until you're flat on the ground. Put your hands out in front of you. Stay there, don't move. You in the passenger seat, left rear. No, you keep your hands up out the window. You keep your head forward, all of you. You understand? Passenger, open that door with your hand, the outside of it. Keep your hands up.
Keep your hands where we can see him. I'm gonna go around the other side.
Keep your hands up and come back here. Turn around. Keep your hands up. Good, keep your hands up.
If you know what's good for you, keep your hands up, take one hand, open that door, okay? Keep your hands in the air, okay? Turn around, face that other car, walk back to the sound of my voice.
Stop. Turn your hands behind your head.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door.
Have a seat. Cross your
I got a
ankles.
bad extender, man.
Put your hands on your knees and don't move them. I don't want to hear you talking to him. You understand?
LA 401, 2829.
7741, go ahead.
Cal plate of 2, Paul, George, Sam. You know, these kids are 16, 17-year-olds just getting behind the wheel. They don't know how to drive a car.
What do you run? You tell them to run? No? I'm scared, man. You're what? Scared.
The driver's he's going to get arrested for evading arrest.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to return if you have one further report during questioning, if you so desired.
You put my life in jeopardy chasing you guys, you know? I don't like putting my life on the line for little kids like you running around street racing.
Working around park, copy to roll park.
Stand in front of my hood and lean over it.
And Richie. Probably you're not going to drive for a long time. That's going to take your driver license.
We're talking about 80 miles an hour on surface streets, running through stop signs, almost getting, almost hitting other cars. But these street racers are carrying guns out there, knives. There's people getting killed out there just racing, Okay. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
You guys did ask permission and everything else, right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Goodbye, sir.
In spite of the dangers of street racing, some individuals continue to ignore the advice of patrol officers. 2 nights after Officer Kubiak and Shaw issued just such a warning, they responded to a street racing incident. This time, the driver had learned the hard way.
So right now what we got an accident with some parties trapped. It's the cause of it's probably going to be these street racers.
Stay to left lane.
2 of them are going to be in a drainage ditch with 2 parties trapped in the vehicle. 1 unit's already 97, are already at the scene, and they already asked for an ambulance and paramedics to respond.
Okay, what it was is it probably was someone who was racing, and they lost control of their vehicle and crashed. Supposedly they're in a flood control channel, and it's a pretty serious collision. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You guys got your EMT kits?
Yeah, we got one grabbing out. We got 2.
You want to grab the other EMT kits?
Okay.
Here, keys.
This is why you guys shouldn't be racing. You want to go take a look, take a look.
313, 421 by Wood. Maria.
Ron, look, we can't help her. We are EMTs, all right? You understand what I'm telling you? Yeah. We can help her. You cannot, all right? You need to leave her alone. Let him take care of her. All right. Sit there and relax.
She's doing okay. Looks like she might have a broken arm. Possible. She's complaining of pain across the stomach, which is from the seatbelt.
Sue! Hey, partner, what happened? Did you see this all stuff? I want you to do me a favor. Why don't you climb back up here and just sit right there and stay out of our way for a little bit, all right? It's pretty almost evident what they did is they're racing down the roadway. They lose control, end up coming straight through here across the fence, end up in here. The force of the impact, you can see right there, there's a big steel and concrete pole right there. He struck that steel and concrete pole probably at such a high speed, it pushed everything from the front compartment to the rear. As you can see, you can tell he's the driver of the vehicle because he's behind the steering wheel, and his passenger is pretty badly injured as well. So that's how you can tell pretty much who was the driver of the vehicle. Nobody could have gotten out of that. It doesn't really appear that they were wearing seatbelts, so this kind of damage, everything got pushed back into them anyway, so why not have helped?
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Come on. Careful. Let me know when you got it. We got it. Watch your neck. Watch your neck. Good job.
Turn up, good one.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Haley King, 490.
Oh, my God. Something's getting...
He's already out. No. Calm down.
Good job, Fireman Rodrigo.
I gotta be by Sue's already on her way to the hospital.
We told him straight up. We don't do anything.
Were you racing?
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't know.
Well, you know that she got hurt, didn't you?
Yeah?
Well, then you must remember, right?
I remember Jack 88.
Well, you'll be remembering this day for a long time.
That helmet that was here?
How many people were in the 417?
you know, they bring their girlfriends down here and they race around thinking they're all cool and everything. He probably almost killed his girlfriend. I don't know how badly she was injured, but she didn't look too good. It's unbelievable what they do. And how can they let something like this happen? But they're young, and they think they're indestructible. I remember how it was. But it takes something like this to wake them up. Smell the coffee.
Next, a car thief takes on the highway patrol in a shootout.
Get on the car!
A while back, a young man from Seattle, Washington, showed just how far he was willing to go in order to steal a car and leave his hometown. However, his career as a thief was abruptly changed when he encountered the California Highway Patrol.
On Friday, January 12, 1990, a 21-year-old man enters a Seattle auto dealership. He quickly spots the perfect car. He tells the salesman that he is serious about buying and that he's carrying a cashier's check.
You like this car?
The salesman suggests that they go for a test drive.
We'll go out and have a ride and see how you like the feel. Get you an opportunity to give it a drive too, okay?
The would-be car buyer asks the salesman if they can drive to an area some distance away, but the salesman declines, saying that the car is low on gas. After a few more miles, the salesman suggests the customer get behind the wheel and pulls into a parking lot to switch places. Once the salesman is out of the car, the test drive turns into felony auto theft.
Hey, let me in, come on!
The car thief speeds away in the convertible, and the shocked salesman runs off to call the police. By chance, the salesman sees and flags down a Seattle motorcycle officer who alerts dispatch about the robbery.
White over green Ford Mustang.
The suspect eludes the police for several hours and then drops in on a friend, whom he invites to join him on a road trip. Impressed with the hot new ride, his buddy agrees, and the two friends set off in the stolen vehicle for Portland, Oregon. When they reach Portland, the suspect suggests that they continue all the way to San Diego. The next morning, they cross the state line into California. The thief does all the driving, stopping only for gas and carry-out food. On Saturday night, they pull into a rest stop just north of Paso Robles on Highway 101 to catch some sleep. On Sunday, the suspect and his friend continue down Highway 101 at high speed, drawing the attention of the California Highway Patrol, who now begin a pursuit of the convertible.
Cops.
When they reach the town of Buellton, Officer Woody Reisenhuber joins in the chase, but the suspect refuses to yield and increases his speed to 100 miles per hour, and Reisenhuber continues after him. Up ahead, Officer Tony Durham, monitoring the pursuit on the radio, takes up a secondary position. Nevertheless, the suspect continues to try and outrun the highway patrol. Inside the suspect's car, the friend demands that he stop and let him out. After almost losing control of the vehicle, he stops. His friend jumps out and escapes on foot. The suspect speeds off, this time headed north. Down the highway, the suspect's car spins out and blows out the right front tire. Reisenhuber and Durham arrive at the scene and prepare themselves in position to make an arrest. They order the suspect out of the car, but he refuses.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Reisenhuber sees the suspect turn abruptly as if reaching into the back seat for a weapon. Fearing for his life, the officer fires at the suspect as he exits the car. With the suspect's hand still in his coat pocket as if grasping a gun, Officers Durham and Reisenhuber open fire to protect their own lives. The suspect is wounded and taken into custody. A search of the suspect's car reveals a .44 Ruger Magnum still in the back seat, which the police later discovered was stolen in a prior burglary. Police records also later reveal that the suspect previously served time for auto theft in 1987. He recovered from his gunshot wounds and pleaded guilty to auto theft, carrying a concealed firearm, evading arrest, reckless driving, and assault on a peace officer. The suspect served 9 months in county jail and was placed on 3 years probation. Next, a jealous husband tries to settle a score using his car as a weapon.
It's somewhat out of the norm for a highway patrol officer to respond to a domestic 415 radio call because it means he has a family dispute on his hands. In this case, a car driven by a jealous husband allegedly became an instrument of revenge.
We got a citizen's report of a fight down here between 2 males and a female.
The suspect told officers Jennings and Lee that his injuries and the severe damage to his El Camino were caused by a jealous husband who deliberately rammed his car. That was his side of the story.
Was it an accident, or do you think he did it on... was he trying to ram your car because he was mad at you?
I think, you're man and me. I'm man too, okay? I think he think...
that you were messing around with his wife?
Yes.
According to the suspect, or the victim's statement, it was actually an intentional act. He had been out drinking at a local bar with another man's wife. Followed her home. The husband was waiting out in the street in his pickup truck. When he saw both of them pull up and saw his wife pull up behind this guy, the husband, being jealous, accelerated and hit the side of the suspect or the victim's car. We're going to go back to the scene.
The next step is to hear the husband and wife tell their side of the story.
And this time I was following from over there, and I was going too fast because they were speeding, and I was running fast too, and somehow they parked, as you can see how they were parking. I cut in, I ran into the man, to the pickup.
Accidentally, huh?
Yeah.
But it was the wife's side of the story that finally got her husband off the hook. She backed up his version, saying it was only an accident.
From talking to the wife, talking to the driver of the Ford pickup that was involved also, he states that he had been following them most of the night, I guess, to find out what's going on. This has happened in the past, and he thought they were trying to take off and lose him. He took off after him, went around the corner, didn't realize that they had stopped, was unable to stop in time, and ended up hitting the victim's car. So at this time, we'll go ahead and talk to our victim and find out how much he's had to drink, and if he's under the influence, he'll go to jail tonight for being under the influence, being involved in an accident. Mr. Come on out for me, would you? What we're going to come up here on the sidewalk where it's a little flat, talk to you, find out how much you've had to drink tonight.
Based on what the Sheriff's Department put together and what they told us and what we can put together here too, it doesn't appear to be a 245, so it sounds like it's just going to be a traffic accident. And unfortunately, the individual that got hit is under the influence of alcohol.
Okay, come on back with me.
Don't drink and drive. Don't chase after other people's wives.
Traffic accidents happen. Over 500,000 occurred in California in 1992 alone. Give your little ones a chance at life. Whenever they are in a vehicle, use a child safety seat.